Mr. Speaker, the Commissioner for the RCMP, Brenda Lucki, just gave shocking testimony at committee, which contradicts a key claim from this Liberal government. For weeks, the Minister of Public Safety has claimed that law enforcement asked the government to invoke the Emergencies Act. In fact, on May 3rd, the Minister said he acted on the recommendations of law enforcement. But Commissioner Lucki testified that the RCMP never asked this government to invoke the Act. Will the Minister tell Canadians who in law enforcement asked the government to invoke the Emergencies Act, or will he admit he just made it up?
The Honourable Minister of Public Safety.
Speaker, let me take the opportunity to refresh my honourable colleague's memory with what Commissioner Lucki actually said at the committee. She said that the Emergencies Act allowed police to maintain a security perimeter and refuse entry of individuals traveling to the illegal protest with the intent of participating. She said it gave police the enforcement authority to arrest individuals who continue to supply fuel, food, and other materials. She said it gave police new powers, Mr. Speaker, to compel individuals to provide essential goods and or services for their removal. That's what the Commissioner said, Mr. Speaker, not the paraphrasing.
The Honourable Member for Sturgeon River Parkland.
Well, Mr. Speaker, in further shocking testimony, the RCMP Commissioner admitted at committee that border protests were cleared without using any powers under the Emergencies Act. Well, on May 3rd, the Minister said that they needed to invoke the Act to clear the border. Clearly, the Minister and the Commissioner can't both be right. So will the Minister tell Canadians, is the RCMP Commissioner misleading Canadians, or is he?
The Honourable Minister of Public Safety.
I'll tell this chamber who's misleading Canadians. It's that honourable colleague over there who continues to paraphrase very recklessly and inaccurately the actual testimony of the Commissioner who said that she used the Emergencies Act to restore public safety, Mr. Speaker, and we will continue to be transparent with all members of this chamber and all Canadians about why it is that we invoked that act. It was to protect Canadians.
MPs continued to work from right here in Parliament throughout the winter protest. In fact, I would walk across Wellington Street at least once a day with my infant son in a stroller to come to work. If the threat was as serious as this government is now making it out to be, did the Minister of Public Safety knowingly put the lives of myself, my infant son, and every single person that works here in danger?
The Honourable Minister of Public Safety.
Mr. Speaker, first and foremost, I'm very relieved that my colleague was able to access the Hill with the additional protection and safety that was offered by the RCMP, by the Parliamentary Protection Service, by the Sergeant-at-Arms. But there's a big difference between what some of us were able to experience on this Hill and what was going on off of this Hill, Mr. Speaker. And there can be no doubt that people who lived in Ottawa were completely had their lives upended by the illegal occupation here, that people who lived in border communities had their lives upended, and that was because individuals broke the law to a point of a national emergency. That's why we invoked the Emergencies Act. We did it to protect Canadians, Mr. Speaker.